What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Classic Chronicles, man. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend and is ready to conquer the week that is, man. Oh, man, so this is my first hit of content as a 39-year-old, man. So I celebrated my birthday last week, and it was amazing, man. Thank you, everybody who came out to celebrate with me, showed me love on social media. Just the love is felt for sure, man. You guys really know how to make a guy feel special. But enough with the celebration, and now back to work. Oh man, so let's just get right into it today, man. So I'm gonna be talking to you about Spider-Man: Brand New Day. So after much speculation and much anticipation, the trailer for Spider-Man: Brand New Day is finally here, and it has amassed a an insane amount of views in the week that it's been out. And man, I'm super excited. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the plot line of Spider-Man: Brand New Day, let me just kind of explain it to you a little bit. So the plotline of Spider-Man: Brand New Day, the movie, borrows from the comic book arc Spider-Man: One More Day, which everybody forgets who Peter Parker is, but they know who Spider-Man is. So Peter Parker is putting his personal life aside and just focusing on being Spider-Man, and which means everybody that once knew him doesn't know him anymore. From Aunt May to Mary Jane Watson to all of his friends, they don't know who Peter Parker is anymore. They just know who Spider-Man is, and they are not aware that that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So that's kind of what Brand New Day is. It's a much more grounded film in the sense that you know uh, Peter Parker is focusing just on being a superhero, and as you've seen in the event of Spider-Man: No Way Home, the 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 spell that Doctor Strange cast, the spell that Doctor Strange cast, uh, you know, made Peter forget who he was, and made everybody around Peter forget who he was, and now essentially the world, Peter's friends, like Ned and MJ, have moved on, and they're at MIT, and in the trailer, as you saw, Ned is Spider-Man is watching a video of Ned and MJ at MIT, and Ned is can be heard saying, act like this is not the happiest day of your life. And then she's like, you know what, I can't pretend that this isn't the happiest day of my life. They got an MIT, but it was supposed to be Peter and Ned and MJ just taking the world by storm. But you know that obviously that didn't happen. And with the loss of Aunt May in Spider-Man: No Way Home, Pete's got a lot on his plate, man, and you know he's struggling with with coming to terms with his powers as Spider-Man, and getting saving the world is getting to him. The pressure of saving the world and being Spider-Man is getting to him, and then on the other side of things, you've got the DODC, which is the Department of Damage Control, which if you haven't seen Wonder Man, you can learn more about them on Disney Plus. So basically, the Department of Damage Control is an agency that goes after superheroes. Like they kind of regulate superheroes, and try to use them for their own personal gain. So Spider-Man is dealing with that, and then you also have You also have Sadie Sink's character, which may or may not at this point pretty much it's confirmed that Sadie Sink will be playing Jean Grey, and her involvement in Spider-Man: Brand New Day and where she fits in the whole grand scheme of things in the MCU. In the MCU, as far as the X-Men go, you also have Bruce Banner, who is going to become Grey Hulk, and Spider-Man has to deal with that threat. And then you also have Scorpion, Tombstone, and the Hand, which is an organization of ninjas and mystical creatures. So that Spider-Man has to deal with, and it's just so much. And the Punisher also. Punisher and Spider-Man do fight in the film, as you can see from that little face-off in the trailer. But I believe Spider-Man is going to end up getting help by the Punisher to stop Tombstone and the Hand and Scorpion. But yeah, it's just gonna be. There's so much to expect from this movie, and starting with and it definitely sets up for Avengers Secret Wars. I don't, from what I've heard from the Cosmic Wonder, who I follow on YouTube, who covers all sorts of Marvel news and happenings, that Tom Holland is not in Spider-Man. Tom Holland is not in Avengers Doomsday, but Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is. So the most logical, the next time that you'll see Tom Holland Spider-Man on screen in the MCU after Spider-Man Brand New Day is Avengers Secret Wars. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it all plays out, man. But we won't have to wait long, because Spider-Man Brand New Day hits theaters on July 30th, man. So definitely not that far off. These next 2.5 months are gonna fly by, and be in theaters, and I'm gonna be ready for it. I cannot wait to see what happens with everything in Spider-Man Brand New Day. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of the trailer down in the comments, and that is gonna do it for this episode of Izzy Reacts, I should say. I said the Classic Chronicles at the beginning, but this is an episode of Izzy Reacts. Like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And I, of course, will see you guys on the next one. Peace.